At home with Auntie. How you doing? Where you been? How it been? I know it's been about a little over a week since the last time I recorded a video and posted it on here on the TikToks. But the major event that I've been telling you all about, those who follow me, my little 432, let me tell you, I love you. Thank you for my 432 followers. I'd rather have that 430 something of you than to have a million of you that will leave me at a drop of a hat because they didn't like something I said. Because I told y'all I be having Kanye moments, and y'all not gonna always agree with it. And I appreciate those who stick around to, they might not agree with everything that I say, but in general you follow me and you watch me and you like what I have going on. I appreciate you. I really do. Um, I will say that I'm not getting paid because I only got 432 of you on this. I do this for pure joy, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, yes, I am recovering from major surgery. Um, I the surgery, the major event that I've been telling you all about has been was I shut down my baby maker machine. Okay, my baby maker is not only shut down, it has been condemned, torn down, and removed from the property. Okay, and I am very happy about this surgery. It was perfect timing for it. I was going through uterine fibroids and endometriosis, so much so that it was causing other issues in other areas like incontinence, because the fibroids were so big that it was leaning up against my bladder. Like, I literally had a little embryo sized fibroid and my uterus was stretched out like if I were pregnant. So it was time to get on rid of her. Now, let me give you a little bit of information about this. Those of you that may have fibroids. First of all, Black women lead in this condition. But you're not alone, because there's other women that deal with it, but they deal with it a little differently. With African American women, I've been told we tend to deal with bigger fibroids. They cause bigger issues. Okay, not the little tiny rock hard ones like white women tend to deal with, or and Asians have different. We all deal with a little bit of the fibroids, and they affect us differently. Two, fibroids do not shrink. Let me repeat, according to my doctor, Dr. Higley, they don't shrink. Okay? When you go into menopause, they don't shrink. They stop growing because you don't have the estrogen feeding them, but they don't. They don't. Okay. Oh, before I go any further, I do want you to understand that I am not a physician. I'm just telling you based off of my experience and what my actual physician told me, which led to my decision to go ahead and do the full hysterectomy. Well, partial hysterectomy without an oophorectomy, which means they remove my ovaries, which means they would have kicked me straight into menopause. I still have the eggs, they just can't hatch. You know what I'm saying? So, but just that information, just know that they don't shrink, they stop growing. So if they've grown to a size that is affecting your incontinence, causing low back pain, baby, okay, really consider, especially if you're up in age, if you're 40 and above and you've had children or had a child, just take that in mind. You might still have one, but I didn't. I initially, I found I had surgery back in 2010, late 2010, to have fibroids removed, which were also very large. Again, they were huge. The other thing, one of the things that everybody knows, I think, but if you don't know, you're going to find out today, is that one of the major things is it causes you to bleed very heavy, okay, to the point that you may need to have blood transfusions. Okay, I had to have a blood transfusion back in 2023 because I not only bled heavy, but I bled for 2 months. Okay, leading me to needing um, a blood transfusion. You can continue doing it if that's what you like, but that's your decision. Just know that. So they don't shrink, they cause incontinence, heavy bleeding, heavy clotting, and long periods, which could lead to having that. And make your decision, talk to your doctor, because new technologies and new findings are coming out about this every day. Okay, so find out, because hysterectomy might not be your choice. You might choose to just hold on and keep your baby making machine in there, and maybe there's a way you could just shut it down, so at least you won't be dealing with the heavy bleeding and having to get blood transfusions. So that part. So that was the major thing. I'm healing well. I had my surgery last Friday. Um, I'm laying in the bed now, not because I couldn't sit in a chair, but I feel 100. I almost feel like 75, 80% better. I'm still a little bit sore, and I can't do a lot of activities, and I surely can't lift anything per the doctor, and I'm not trying to, except for food to my mouth or mindless lightweight stuff. Um, I'm not doing it, but I am walking around. Today I actually walked outside of my apartment into the air. I breathed outside air because I had to go and pay my rent and my late fees, child. I'm telling you, them hospital bills, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so but I chose to pay for whatever I need to do to get this done and over with. I want to give one shout out to my baby brother and his wife for the win. They came out, they took me to the hospital, they picked me up from the hospital, made sure I had everything taken care of, and they made sure I was taken care of and I was okay. They paid for my medication, the pain medication and NSAIDs, which is ibuprofen, Tylenol, and some foods that I can eat after my surgery. Child, they took off from their jobs to be here for their big sister, and it means the world to me. I look, tears is welling up in my eyes. You can't see it, but that means the world to me. That means that I have a good relationship with them. And that's prosperity, when you have a good relationship with your family, that they'll come out in your time of need to take care of you. Okay. Um, they've gone home. They've been gone home. But I really appreciate them for being here for me. So, with that being said, yay, yay, my uterus is gone, amen. Okay, now, really, with that said, I've been on these TikTok streets and on YouTube, and I got some things I want to talk about. And I'm going to try to make it brief because I know on TikToks, it is I can only do up to like 20, 30 minutes. So first, let's talk about the Nicki versus SZA. Nicki, go sit down. You have become the very woman that you shaded. You become Lil Kim right now. When you was coming up, remember you was saying, "Oh, go sit down, you old lady." I mean, you didn't say it like that, but basically you was like, "You look stupid arguing with me." Okay. I will give credit where credit's due. Nicki Minaj is a beautiful young lady. She would be young lady to me, right? And she have a mean pen, okay? When it comes to writing her lyrics, I believe every word that she raps, she's written, okay? With no help from no nigga, okay? With no help with no nigga. But that greatness is being overshadowed by your pettiness, where you're going at someone that's coming up. You have been doing it since Cardi B, and Cardi ain't even come for your neck. It's everybody else saying that she's gonna be the next queen of hip hop, and you're threatened. Is it possibly because that's what you did to Lil Kim? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, I feel that this is the same thing when it comes to white people with black people. They say they're so scared of it, but is it because we are scary, or they're afraid that we'll take over and do to them what they did to us? I'm just saying, Nikki, get off these social media streets. Go raise your child. Go love your husband. Okay? Okay? Your greatness is being overshadowed by your antics, that what you're doing. Okay? Scissor gonna shine no matter what you say. Whether you call her miserable, whatever you're doing, all these little things that you're doing, come on. Sister, not scissor, sister. And scissor, you keep on shining doing what you do, but I don't have to tell you doing it. I don't have to tell you to do it. You're doing it, girl. Okay? Nikki, you know. Okay. Next, Shannon Sharp um has come to agreement with the young lady that has brought a suit with that phony ass attorney. What's his name? I don't even remember his name. This dummy. I don't like him. I don't even see how you came to an agreement with that. I mean, he's probably an attorney, but I don't like that. He needs to get his license revoked. Honestly, but he's getting these women their money though. Okay, so they've come to some type of agreement. I wanted to stitch another young man that said, he was saying you need to go and get you a woman your age, your race. You know what I'm saying? Well, you don't even have to be your race. You just get some woman your age. You know what I'm saying? And love on that. Let me tell you. And he's saying that I hope you've learned your lesson. He have not learned. I'm gonna tell you right now, Shannon Sharp has not learned his lesson. The only lesson he learned is to have better paperwork signed, and he's gonna vet these young ladies, these young snow bunnies, as what's it? Dr. Umar said. Okay, calls them. He's just gonna vet them better. That's all, and he's gonna be caught up again. Okay, I promise you, because he was able to slide with this. Okay, it would have been better if you defeated her in court. It would have been better if you defeated her in court. And that dummy attorney, I don't like him. I don't like him. I do not like him. That maybe that's the reason why I don't even remember his name. Right now, I do not like that guy. Okay, and he's gonna get where he's coming from. Don't remember, God is not mocked. Whatsoever you sow, you shall also reap. So you putting out there and you doing all this shakedown of these celebrities, I promise you, let Wendy Williams be a cautionary tale to you. The way she treated people, her business came right out, and people was talking about her the same way she was talking about everybody else. Okay, I never said she was lying, but yeah, they aired out her business just the way she aired out other people's business. So, attorney, whatever that attorney is, go look out for. I give it a few years. Give it about 5-10 years, and he's gonna have something of where somebody's gonna bring a case against him, and they're gonna shake him down for all them little pennies that he made. Okay, so he ain't. But Shannon ain't learned. He ain't learned because Auntie Monique tried to tell him the same daggone thing. He ain't learned. He still did what he did. He's gonna still have them little young snow bunnies. They're just gonna be better vetted, and he's gonna have his heels to the sky, letting them tickle his gooch. Okay, next thing, MAGA FAFO. Now, some of you, if you looked at my videos and you went through my profile, because I've seen a few of you looking at my profile trying to see what I'm about. I don't hate Trump, but I'm not a MAGA supporter. Okay? Y'all, not only did the black community and those who are not MAGA told you, but Trump told you. The Heritage Foundation told you what they were going to do if a Republican is in office and what the agenda was going to be. They told you. But what you didn't think is that it was going to affect you or affect you indirectly, like your mama or your cousin or your uncle. And these are people, and that's across the board MAGA. Okay? You thought that if you take away DEI, that all the black people is going to be fired from their jobs, not realizing that we got those jobs because we were the best people for those jobs, not because of any type of affirmative action or DEI. And you found out it was mostly your sister, your cousin, your wife that's working at Target. Okay? And Walmart and all these other places that got their jobs based off of DEI, or your gay cousin. Okay? I'm just saying. Okay? You thought that if you threaten to bring back segregation, that we gonna be up in arms and marching in the streets. He's like, please bring it back. But make sure you do it right. Leave us the F alone. Separate but equal. We learned from that old separate and equal, but then they don't really support us. Well, we learned from that. I said, shit, take it back to that, because we already know. We got people that we can produce our own books. We can have our own lesson plans and thrive. But then y'all gonna try to do the Black Wall Street or Rosewood situation and tear us down. But we knew. We remember. Okay, Pextra Fun, remember. Alex Rogers. Okay, love you, babe. I don't even know if you on TikTok. Okay. But we prepared for that. We have remembered. Okay, you're not going to get us. You try to do all these other things to try. You say you're going to take away SNAP and welfare and Medicaid, and come to find out that's your grandmama, your sister, your auntie, your brother-in-law that is taking that is harming. You said you're going to end funding to the farms. Guess who was getting the funding and the perks from that? Them white farmers. Them black farmers was rejected for all that, and they still found a way to thrive. And y'all now flailing because you're not getting government assistance. Okay? FAFO. Now y'all, there are people coming out now saying, I think I regret my voting for Trump. Schultz. That asshat. I'm sorry. That wasn't of God. But I don't like him, and And what broke my heart is that your boy, um, oh, dang it, I can see. Well, maybe I didn't remember that attorney's name because I'm an auntie out in these streets and my names be leaving my face. That's it. The comedian Godfrey defended that Nazi looking ass Adolf Hitler mustache having person. Okay? But this is a whole ninja that voted for him, and now he's like, I think I might have made a mistake. Yes, you made a mistake, you ding-a-ling. He told you what he was going to do, but what you didn't think is that it was going to affect you. You didn't think it was going to affect you and your family. You didn't think it was going to touch you. It was going to only touch people that look like me. And my people. Y'all FA and FO while we sitting up here eating popcorn and watching the flames go down and say, we tried to tell you. We sitting up here looking like silly in the kitchen as you see Mr. trying to cook breakfast badly. Okay. For sure. She just sitting there just watching him fail. What have you done to us that we haven't already been through? Duh. We've been through it all. Okay? We know how to adjust. Okay? Even our Generation Z's, millennials, Gen X, all of us, we know we're gonna adjust. We ain't gonna like it, but we can adjust. Next thing, Uno in Vegas. Child, you know that ain't happening. I'm still seeing videos on TikTok talking about them adding Uno tables. Absolutely not. But they might want to consider it for real, because I heard from not leaving Las Vegas that they're going down. Like they charging crazy prices, and people ain't going out there to pay exorbitant prices to go play Vegas and still lose their money? Absolutely not. You might want to have a draw. But black people, take your time, because just like Carnival, they made all their money off of us, some people that are financially challenged. Now they want to bring all these new bands and stuff. And I love y'all. I see some of my people said it's not racist. They're not targeting us. We tired of seeing us going on. I love me Carnival. And the reason why I like Carnival because it's a party. Okay? It's fun. Okay? I don't go on cruises to cruise. Okay? Well, maybe now at this age, okay. But before, I want to go in there. I want to party. The debarking party was a jam. Child, I have a video where I am getting my groove on at a debarking party. Carnival is awesome, and it's funny how y'all will boycott Target, but you won't boycott Carnival. Y'all say, well, yeah, all that nonsense. But those things like banning hand fans and rap music is targeted. Okay? They're targeting black culture. Okay? Now, and also, there has been some niggas that made it look bad. So I can get why they're doing it, but Carnival, and this wasn't even on my list. We're gonna get back to Vegas. Carnival, you had poor marketing research. You believe the narrative that black people are all bad. Okay? And some of the fights that I've seen on TikTok or those who showed it, it wasn't all black people in that fight. There was some other racists that was in it, and they probably were the ones who started it because they were being racist. I'm just saying. Okay, or these these mystery costs that you put on. Because the last time I went was right last year. Last year I went on Carnival Cruise, and y'all had some mystery prices. I'm pretty sure these financially challenged people that is able to scrape up some money to get on Carnival for $2.99 for a 3-night cruise. That would be almost $100 a night. That have done it, and they see these. They probably wasn't their it wasn't them fighting each other. They fighting the customer service. Why we got all this mystery? Why the drink cost $20 and I only got a shot? Okay, Carnival, if you want to change or reposition your brand, raise your prices, get better ships. Become more luxurious than being the JetBlue. I mean, no, I don't want to say that, because JetBlue, I don't really fly them, but instead of being the value jet or the Frontier of the seas. Come on, Carnival, just raise your standards. Raise what you give. Okay? Simply put, now back to Uno. Uno is not in Vegas. Uno has released a statement stating that is not there, and that Vegas do not have the security to handle Uno tables in any of them daggone casinos. Okay. But Uno is coming to a bar near you in the city close. And I heard that Atlanta's on there, so watch out. So APD, get on your ish, because there's going to be some fights in them bars in Atlanta. Okay? Maybe we can show up and show out and have clear situation where we can have a good time, play Uno, and have a good time. Anyway, last thing, natural disasters, which kind of leads back to the mega FAFO. We've been having floods in Texas, floods in North Carolina, floods in Utah, floods. You get a flood, you get a flood, you get a flood. And it just seems interesting that these natural disasters, and some maybe not too natural, not too natural, because it started with the fires in LA in an unusual time when they're not supposed to have fires. You know what I'm saying? And it was during the high wind season, if I'm correct. Now I'm just going by what I remember. And it was started. Do y'all notice that most of these natural disasters, or not so natural disasters allegedly, are happening in areas that are wealthy? Maybe those are people that may have voted for Trump or supported him in some type of way, form, or fashion. I'm just saying. It's interesting. A lot of these natural disasters are happening just from what I'm seeing now, child. I ain't going in depth. I ain't got no chalkboard here. I don't got a listing. I'm not doing all that. This is just my opinion, and from what I'm seeing, I am open to correction. Okay? But they're happening in the wealthier areas, and these wealthier people are getting targeted by Mother Nature. Not Mother Nature, Mother Nature. Okay? What you ain't going to do is sit up here and try to target these less fortunate people, and no. So, I'm not saying that I don't feel sorry for those who've lost their family members, can't find people. I hope you find them, and my heart goes out to those who lost a person due to these things, but it's just interesting. A lot of these things is happening. The fires in Grand Canyon. That's close to me. I'm in Arizona. Grand Canyon fire? I ain't never heard that happening. But yeah, I mean, this year anything can go. Fires in Cali at a time where it's normally not that, and in the rich, wealthier areas, it's happened. Then you have the wealthier areas that's happened where these floods, where it kind of washed away. Was it Chapel Hill? Is that in North Carolina? Is that Texas? I can't remember. But that is a wealthier community. Okay. And all these places and all these natural disasters, be it fire, be it flood, be it winter will be coming soon. Is it going to be what do you call a snow blizzard in places that they don't have blizzards at? Las Vegas, was that a hurricane that came through? I'm not a hurricane. A tornado that came through and knocked all them telephone poles down? Or did Godzilla come walking through there and nobody tell us? Cause just those type of things is happening in affluent areas. And then in New Orleans, was it that plantation house that was burnt down because of the Annabelle doll? And then the Annabelle handler of a doll? Okay, Jesus. Okay, just recently passed away of what? I don't know. Was it a heart attack or something like that? Y'all leave that damn doll alone. Bury that thing like you would bury a Jumanji board, okay? Get it out of here. Set it on fire. Put holy water on it. I don't know, child. I don't know. Lord, I don't know what to do about that Annabelle doll. But there's some things that's just crazy. In New Orleans that's not a natural disaster, but the inmates that just went free, and I think the Annabelle doll was there. It's just been some crazy stuff. And I'm going to end a little bit on this. Like, again, I don't hate Trump, but he told you he was going to do that. But not only that, why are y'all surprised that he ended funding to FEMA and all these other things? He did the same damn thing when he was in his first term that he did, and he removed the protection for panoramic, and guess what happened? A panoramic happened where we would need that coverage. This is what he do. He did the same thing. He's just doing it and drove, and he has a whole heritage foundation that on top of what he planned on doing was like, hey, also do these things. He signed directives. All this stuff was done in your face. He told you. Okay, he told you what he was going to do. And now y'all sitting up like, huh? And I will say that certain things that he's doing or has done, I don't disagree with it. This is my Kanye moment now. I don't necessarily disagree with it. If I'm sorry, I have this little fruit fly that need to die today, because now it's just trying to get attention. It's about to make me slap myself on camera. He want to get attention. Why don't you just land on the lens so you can get your attention now? All right? And that way I can smash you. Anyway, yeah, he told you. I said, my people, if we've been hands off on this, I say we still continue doing it. Still continue. I know we even got some kind of people that look like us. It could be AI that's telling us that we need to get involved. Absolutely not. What we need to do is continue going to work as long as you have a job, continue paying our bills, continue raising our kids, Okay, God will protect us as He protected His people in Numbers 22 through 24. They're going to try to curse us, but they can't curse what God has blessed. Okay? Now, that's all I have for you today. You all have a good one. This might not go all on TikTok, but I'm going to try. Bye.